All right. Well, guys, we did not record the workout today. We had shoulders, arms, and a little bit of chest, just one exercise on chest. Um, but I did not record today because I did not have. Um, oh no, I wasn't even expecting to be able to work out today. So, anyway, still got in the gym, still got a workout in. It's a pretty good one. Um, Figured I'd do a little pose down, so we'll go ahead and start off here. Dude, chest is actually looking big today. You kind of see it sticking out there. Shoulders are looking good too. I need to get in the habit of squaring my feet off there.
Oh, you're in here. What's in here leaving? Hey, walk forward more. Wait, can you do that again?
It's for my back.
Yeah, but your back was too light. All right. Walk more forward. Or can I kind of turn your body over here? Actually, walk more backwards. More. Wait, right here. Right here. Right here.
That's literally how it was.
All right. Okay, now go forward more. No, one leg forward. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right there. Oh yeah, flex that shit right there. Flex that shit hard. Yeah. Now look at that shit. If you get on camera. I don't know how it looks out there, but it looks good in person.
Dude, this lighting is a pretty nasty side chest here. Ready? Look at this. See, bro. You know what? Well, why don't I make this a really short video about just some posing tips? So the first thing, let's see. Whenever we're going for our front double, okay, this is what I like to do. Is first, like, I would practice it without a vacuum if you've never done a vacuum before. Even me, I'm still like learning how to do it with the vacuum. But kind of putting your hands above you, bring them down like you're doing like a pull up or like a lat pull down. Your elbows are coming in. See how my lats are kind of like tucked here? And then I'm gonna bring my elbows out and flare my lats. See the difference that makes? It just like here versus here. Okay, and then as I'm flexing my biceps, I'm not just bringing them in, I'm bringing them in and back. So I'm taking my thumb right here, turning it back like this. And look at the difference between the peak on my bicep here to here. So it's here. This is where I have it versus here. This is regular versus turned in. And then you vacuum first. Harder to do it with a vacuum. But, so that's front double. I like to do the same kind of setup for most muscular with the hands above your head. And that kind of helps me learn how to flex my traps. Took me the longest time to be able to have my muscle connection to flex my traps. And even still, I'm not the best at flexing traps. But yeah, so most muscular here, kind of going like a big circle, and I'm here. And one thing a lot of people mess up on with most muscular is they lean really far forward like this. Oh, whatever. Because they're like more worried about their traps, which I guess is okay. But realistically, you want to still be able to see everything else on your upper body. It's most muscular because it's supposed to be all of your muscles, not just traps focused. So when you're here, I like to still, like, you're still wanting to poke your chest out. And I like to scoop my chest a little bit like that. So it's the difference between here and scooping under. Just very minimally helps it. So yeah, here. And another thing is some people like to do this. They kind of like are work like they're looking at their biceps and like, oh well, if I do this, but now you're blocking all of your abs. So you know, find a good middle ground, and you're kind of here pushing your hands together a little bit. There's most muscular. Side chest, probably it's one or two for me. I don't know. That and side tricep are kind of equal for me. So we're here. One thing I like to do on this back arm, I'm scooping up my chest. So if I flex my chest here versus here, I'm able to get, like, if I'm here, there's a good chunk of my chest under my arm. So I'm scooping it up. Now I have this much more chest visible. Okay? So that's first tip. The other is to drag your bicep here. So it's kind of a weird mix between the two, trying to figure out which one you want to do more of. Because if I'm able to drag this arm in, it's kind of a weird setup to get it all, I don't know. So you're wanting to do both of those. Dragging your bicep in, scooping your other arm up. And so it's kind of a weird mix. You kind of have to scoop this one up first. Then you're taking this arm, dragging it back. And then remember, you're still wanting to like puff your chest. So you're not here, you're not like leaning into it like this. You're still puffing your chest. Boom. Let's see. Side tricep. Okay. And I like to, you can't really see it, but I kind of like to step on my front tippy toe on this. And another tip is actually how you're facing. So right here, like I'm completely parallel to the camera. Okay. If I take like 10-degree step there, I'll have to practice that a little bit more. But that's something that I've heard a lot is taking like turning a little bit more away from the camera will help you with your slimmer waist physique. Side tricep, okay? I don't know if it's actually called side tricep, but so we're here. I like to kind of lean forward just a little bit, and I have this front quad. I'm on my tippy toe here, leaning forward, and what you're gonna do is take two fingers like this, grab it with your other hand. So the tricep you're flexing, you're having your two fingers, okay? Take your hand, grab it there, and you're gonna be pushing down, using your wrist to push down. So your hands keeping, your non-dominant hand is going to keep your arm in place while you're pushing down with your wrist. Now you're going to do that behind your back and pull that shoulder out. Okay, boom. Getting up better lighting here. Okay, see, I'm kind of like into it. You can still see my chest. Okay, so we're not like this, because then you can't see my chest. We're not here, now you can't see my bicep, my tricep. So good middle ground where you can still see both of them. And I'm making sure I'm pushing down. It's not so much of like a this motion, it's pushing down. Okay, definitely when your first time, you might just kind of grab your wrist like this, or just lightly do this. Don't hurt your wrist. You could definitely like curl your wrist too much and hurt your wrist on that. So just kind of ease into that one. What else is it? For back, I'm doing the exact same thing as the front double. Pretty much the exact same thing. So the only difference I did there between front double and back was moving my arms back just a little bit to flex my back instead of my chest. Um, let's see. On this one, okay, you're doing this with your thumb. Pull all your four fingers down, place your thumb on top. Okay, and you're taking that kind of like hand position into kind of like right above your hips and pushing forward. I'm let me actually let's see. That works. I just kind of realized like for me on the back, and it might not be as optimal. It might just be like a on my wrist, how my wrists feel. But I'm still using that thumb. I'm just not doing it kind of with all those fingers rolled up. So still there. Pushing forward, spreading those lats, um, keeping my chest up. And then last thing, and then it's basically the same thing for your chest area in the front, like a front lat spread. Let's see. Oh, tip on your back double bicep is instead of, I don't know, whatever you're doing with your legs, I've found, especially like if you're in shorts or something, or spandex, whatever, um, kind of doing a 45 with your legs while you're doing this back double makes it look more solid overall, kind of like this leg position. Okay, and I would be flexing my quads as well. I just kind of realized you can't see that. So I'm just kind of doing a 45 with my feet. That. Coming back. I kind of end up going on my tippy toes a little bit just to flex my quads. Sorry, my calves. Let's see. I don't think there's really anything else. Crucifix, I guess. You're kind of like an extended front double. You're going like out. I've been doing toady pose lately, so I'm putting that same hand position that you do for like your lat spread, putting that on my back. I'm kind of doing a lat spread on that side. And then this one is just like an arm out like that. Trying to get a thumbnail there, maybe. Um, yeah, guys, I think that's all. Well, we can do a Ziz. It's like that. That's kind of a weird one. And then Alex Eubanks does this. Yeah, it's the closest one up, and then your farthest one is kind of like a nonchalant chest pose. Well, as far as nonchalant poses go, you can you're here, kind of flexing your arms, but trying to make it look like you're not. So your hands are still open. You're flexing, but your hands are still open, so it doesn't look like you're, oh, okay, your hands are open. That is all I've really got for posing. I'm not gonna talk about legs right now. And they're not gonna be a car talk today because I don't have the right stuff for it. Well, hopefully, guys liked some tips on posing. See you guys tomorrow if it doesn't snow.